it's an exciting day. And my favorite stars from out of the universe, Miss Chrisette Michele. Tell me why you like to travel.
I like to travel. I like to meet people.
Meet people.
Yeah, I like to find out how people think in different places. I think that's the coolest thing ever, is meeting people.
Tell me about love.
Love. I'm so excited about what I've been thinking about lately. And it's about how afraid a woman is to receive love. It's always something that's based on a past hurt or past circumstance. She brings it into her new situation and is so uncomfortable and so afraid of what might happen that she won't even allow herself to receive love. So that's something that I've been thinking about lately, especially when everything I've been writing. Receiving love.
So how do you receive love?
Openly and freely. Yeah, people like to give. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can't be afraid to receive. Because if you can't receive, then how can you even give? You can't even give love back if you can't receive it. So I receive love openly and freely. It's a new confidence to be able to receive.
Yeah, but what if you've had a bad experience and you're not certain and confident, it's different, it's new. I'm not going to say fear, but just experiencing love. I think for me, it's the experience. I think most people want perfection in something that's imperfect. I mean, I think there's a song out now that talks about how love could do them wrong. But I think everybody has, there's a love that's made for two, there's a love that's made for two. There's a love for me and you, there's a love for me and you. And each time a person says something, when they close their eyes, they dream of a love dream that both of them have different dreams. So the whole definition is not something that each is seeing. So it's not that perfect ideal thing because each one of them share different ideas as it relates to love. So I think that complicates the experience versus loving to be in the experience. What do you think?
I think that love is so simple that it's just the ability to receive good from someone else. The ability to give good to someone else. What else is there?
Expectations. And people build expectations with love. I think there's a hot concept in love actually having some expectations. And some aren't ever expressed until there's tragedy or a confrontation or there's some confusion based on their expectations. And then love melts. And love often can wane based on what it's built on. And it's a concept.
I think you can love anybody. I think the reason why we get hurt so often is because we love the wrong person. You can love anybody, I think.
Yeah, I think people are open to loving just about anybody. I think that's close. But I think that's the song that you've got to set some standards.
Exactly.
And I don't know that people build those in.
Exactly. I have a list of 10 must-haves.
Like?
Oh, one, he has to love the Lord. What would happen if somebody like me who is passionate about my spirituality was with somebody who didn't care much for it? That's such a major part of who I am. If you can't even understand me, I can love you, but you don't even know how to love me because you don't even know who I am. You don't even agree with who I am, so that's one. I like a man who is stable. I want you to be comfortable being the larger provider for whatever family we decide to have. And I know there's hard times and there's good times, but I want you to think that it's important that a man provides for his family. There's 10 things I could go on and on, but those are 2 of them. A stable man. It's a confident man, I think.
Give me one more. Must. Many people may not be thinking about it.
I'm shallow. I'm a little bit shallow. Just a little bit.
Right.
And so I like a man who takes care of himself. because I take time to take care of myself.
What does that include? Taking care of oneself. If you're measuring if a man took care of himself, what would that include?
Well, and I'm sure this goes with time, and time erases so much of these things. But I like a man who gets his hair shaped up every 10 days, or who takes care of his nails and buttons his shirt and irons his clothes and really takes care of his appearance, eats his vegetables, cares about his health. I like a man who looks good. It doesn't necessarily have to be in his frame, but in the way he carries himself and pulls himself together in the morning. So I like a man who cleans up well.